Hi, my name is Kevin.
And my name is Annie.
And we're
Overcommitted. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
It's 2025 and we're still alive.
2025, lots happening.
Name it. What?
I just want to sit in the silence for a second. A lot has happened.
A lot has happened. We took a week off. Sorry to our loyal listeners.
Sorry, we hope you had a wonderful holiday. We missed you, but
missed you.
It was just echo. But we
relaxed a little bit.
We gave ourselves a break, which goes back to you and I being like kind of workaholics.
Yeah, we were just
like, when are we going to do the podcast? And I was just like, it's our podcast, and like we're just starting.
Yeah.
So we can kind of give ourselves the break if we want to.
We were trying to schedule it up to the last minute of like traveling, and we were like, let's just take a week off. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to give yourselves a break every now and again, dear listeners.
If you get nothing from this podcast,
take a break. Because
God knows you're not just laying down listening to this. If you are, good for you. But odds are you're doing something else. And you're only half listening,
doing the dishes.
Which is fine. We're not offended. I half listen to podcasts all the time.
No, this is a great one to half listen to. Yeah. I bet.
You'll rewind when we say something of importance. Wait, God, what did they just say? Oh, that's actually interesting.
It's been really nice. I haven't allowed myself to shut down like this in a long time.
Because you've been off work for 2 weeks.
I've been off work for a week and a half.
Excuse me. Wow, you're really shut down.
Not a full 2
Won't
weeks.
round.
And leading up to Christmas, I felt like, I was off for 4 or 5 days before Christmas. I was like, go, go, go. We have to do everything we can possibly do, which we just did not. So we were like, go, go, go. And then the holidays happened, and then it was like, oh, I'm just gonna not think about anything work related for 4 days.
That's nice. That must be nice.
It was really nice.
It's funny, I had a job where that was my life, and I left that to have a job that I have to think about all the time.
I know.
I used to be a bartender.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to think about unless you got a text from the boss and you're like, oh, what's this? But for the most part, it's shut your brain off when you leave work.
Yeah.
Now it's the opposite of that.
It's been a long time since I had a job where I just got to shut my brain off, and I'm sometimes thinking maybe I should go back to one.
It is nice. One less thing to worry about. I think part of the reason we were so go, 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 as we talked about in the last podcast, is because my dad retired and we surprised him.
Uh-huh.
And I think just that timing of it, which we joked around on the last podcast, that it was on the 19th of December, and it was just like
Thursday before Christmas.
Whoa. So it was just like we went there. Did we go back the very next day? Or did we stay an extra day?
An extra day, because I worked the next day. We went Saturday morning.
That's right. So by the time we get back now, it's the 21st. And so it was even extra. Thanksgiving is late. Then my dad's retirement.
Yeah.
Not that we didn't do Christmas stuff before, but then it really just felt like.
But we really had trouble getting a lot in this year. I haven't seen a single Christmas movie. That's crazy.
That is crazy. I watched one with the kids, but I snuck out a few times to do stuff.
We started that one the night that our son got sick for Zoo Lights, and I didn't finish it.
That
because
Christmas.
I went to bed with him. Yeah, that Christmas.
Yeah, that Christmas. I didn't get to see my favorite Klaus. We don't need to get into Christmas movies right now. But we did not get to enjoy.
No, we didn't go to the holiday train. We didn't go to the Nutcracker. We missed a lot this year, but I don't mind it. It was relaxed once it was over.
It was relaxed once it was over, and I'm going to say something, and it's going to come off like uninvolved dad.
Okay.
But I feel like this is one of the first Christmases that felt entirely for the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's not true. And I'm sure there was moments and here and there, but it felt like, and we went and see Holiday Lights. I do genuinely enjoy that. And I do genuinely enjoy watching Christmas movies, which we didn't really do.
Yeah.
But it did feel like we have to do these. We have so little time. What can we do for the kids?
Sure.
Is what it felt more like.
Yeah.
Where I feel like if we didn't have kids, we'd be like, we're so busy. It's fine. Let's just cuddle and watch a Christmas movie, and that'd be it. But it just felt like this year felt like the first. It might not be true at all. Just felt like the first Christmas. It was just like, man, you're just doing it for the kids, and then is it over? Okay, great. I need to breathe.
It did feel a little bit like that, and I feel a little sad because I really do love the holiday season. But
Me
the
too.
minute it was over, I was a little bit like, whew, thank God.
Yeah, me too. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Again,
go.
Again, same thing. First year where it felt like that was the first time I walked away being like, Well, that is one last
Can
thing.
we take off this tree and like get our house back? Yeah, it's a little strange. We still haven't taken down the tree. We probably won't for another week.
It's garbage day, and I was so excited to get rid of the tree, and our daughter was like, we still haven't taken a family photo. That's another thing we just didn't do.
Crushes.
She's like, we still haven't taken a family photo in front of the tree. And I was like, okay. We keep the tree for another week.
This dead spruce up for another week.
I mean, if we take the family photo, nobody touched the tree, or it's Charlie Brown needles everywhere. Be
sick because it's needle season. Yeah, I also felt like this was the first year that, like, once it was over, I struggled to be at home. If I'm off work, I like to go out to places, even if it's parks or walking or I just like I struggle to like be in the. I think as I work from home to like stay in the same space and like let the kids like make a mess and then I'm in the mess. I struggle to be calm in the mess, which I know all that's like not.
It's not fun.
Great.
No, it's not great at all.
How dare you?
It's terrible.
You.
It's funny because you do get that cabin fever a lot.
Terrible.
Which is insane because we now live in a house. It's not a large house. It's a modest LA home. But it's definitely bigger than our 2-bedroom apartment that we had with the 5 of us, including the dog. 4 of us and the dog. And that is funny that like it still is a thing.
Well, I hated that too.
Which was understandable.
Yeah.
Is my point.
Yeah.
Now I moved to the house and it's the same thing when you move from like a small apartment to a big apartment or apartment to a house. You're just like, we have so much space, and very quickly you're like, I don't have any space. I have nothing.
But now our kids' ability to make messes has gotten bigger too.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
And they're not even crazy mess makers. Like I've seen kids go nuts making a mess of a house.
Yeah.
But they,
they're cluttery. I will say, I don't want our kid to ever get over dinosaurs. I do want him to be a paleontologist. It's my favorite, our youngest. But I would be kind of excited a little bit if he got into drawing like his sister. Yeah. Just because like her mess is just kind of like, let me just fold these papers together, pick up these markers, and we're done.
Yeah.
She doesn't dance around many other things. So
what do you do with the papers, though? That's what I struggle with. Regular kids have art projects. You don't know what to throw away, what to keep. I'm terrible. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. I still don't have a system for putting away their freaking projects, which is terrible. Don't even get me started on the baby books.
Don't get me started. Indeed.
But now it's like, it's not just crap she's making. No offense to her previous projects or her brother's projects. Some of them are adorable. But it's not just like, tissue paper glued on a page. It's like legit art that she spent hours working on shading. And I'm like, I don't know what to throw away.
No.
And sometimes I feel terrible because I do throw it away and like in front of her, like, this is not your best work. I say that. I look at her in the eyes and say, this is not your best work.
That
and I tear it.
How she hasn't cried in years.
I brought her in the office and said, look, this is a paper shredder. This is what I think of this one.
Oh, wow.
No, I didn't do any of that. I just tell her it's all beautiful.
But that is nice to have a paper shredder.
I love paper shredder.
Because then it's like you don't have to worry about them opening to actually throw away their garbage for once. I've never
done that, but that's actually pretty smart. I should do that with their art projects.
You've never shredded their artwork?
No, have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when I go to clean out, everybody's got at least one. We've got 2 junk areas.
2.
3. 3 junk areas.
What? Hold on. This is so not something we should be doing, but what are our junk areas?
The coffee table has like a corner of it. The behind our
coffee table or dining table?
Coffee table.
Okay.
Behind our skylight frame, which we intended to be a junk area,
but like a quick little mail area.
Yeah.
But it quickly devolves.
And all of the dinner table at all times, and we just eat around it.
So you're not going into like our bedroom?
No, that's just us being untidy in general.
Okay.
That's just like classic parenting where you're not.
Also, our desk is junky.
Not right now. Looks great. Cameraman, camera 2. Can we turn the camera to? Oh, that's right. We don't have camera. It's just us. You know what I'm talking about when I say junk area.
No.
Where you're like drawing bill from like this was due in August.
Yeah. Ooh, you gotta wait. You gotta wait on medical bills to make sure that they don't go down.
Yeah. So when I go through the junk areas, when it's like when I get, even though I obviously all of us do contribute to the junk area,
100%.
Then I get mad like I've had nothing to do with this the whole time.
Sure.
Like I've told you guys not to put anything here. 100%.
Yeah.
Put stuff there. And I'm just sick of this area. And then I come in here and I go through it and I shred and I jam the shredder because I put a whole medical envelope in there that I know is just a description of your benefits. I was like, I'm not reading this.
Oh my God. Health insurance companies. We're not reading it.
We're not reading it.
I know you're putting stuff in the fine prints we should be reading. I'm not reading it.
Yeah. Should put that.
Send me the cards.
Shouldn't record this and put it out there. It can get us in some trouble. Denied your claim. You didn't read it.
They have proof.
So yes, occasionally I will come across a drawing and I'm like, nobody knows this is here. It's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, but the worst is, that's against right. The worst is when they spot it. And our youngest, whose art is, let's be honest, mediocre at best. He's 5. It's 5-year-old art.
Yeah.
He'll be like, I saw my good art in the trash.
I saw my good art.
That's what he calls it, my good art. And then I feel bad. I'm like, bro, it's a page you like barely, like you colored so fast.
Mm-hmm.
If you draw a picture, even if it's just a big blob, I'll debate keeping it.
Yeah, because it's sweet.
But if it's like a coloring page and you just went back and forth real fast, no, that's going in the trash, bud.
Let's quickly pivot.
But I don't say that too.
Sure, well, yeah, that's good parenting right there.
Okay, pivot to what?
Let's pivot to some art he did make.
Okay. Oh, for Christmas?
His Christmas ornament.
Ooh, that got me. It got me good.
I thought it was a little heavy-handed.
It's always heavy-handed. It doesn't matter. It just still gets you.
I don't know. I feel like for Thanksgiving, our kids in the past have made a turkey with their hand. Pretty standard kids thing. And our son said, like, this is my hand. It will never be this size again or something. It was definitely a little heavy-handed. It was definitely designed to make you cry.
They are all designed to make you cry.
But at least that, like, here's the thing. Here's my argument.
Okay.
At least with the Thanksgiving one, it was his hand in brown paint, smacked on there, paint the feathers, draw eyes and a beak. Boom, you got yourself.
You got a turkey.
You got yourself a money turkey. Sebastian Maniscalco. Get out of here with your hand turkeys. Everybody knows the wing's the best spot. Anyway, then they made one for Christmas, and it was just like, again, like what you're describing his drawing, it's like you have 30 seconds to fill this plastic ornament with something to give your parents 30 seconds, go. Because it's just garbage. He just threw just garbage. It wasn't even like a design or anything.
But it was a string that was measured to be the height.
To a string, which is just unreasonable. Because
we'll never pull it out and look at it.
Never pull it out and look at it.
Yeah, because we'll be like, we remember he was small.
My first thought, I think you pulled it out first, or I pulled it out and handed it to you, was just like, oh God, what's with the string job there? That's a lot. Because it's like looped. So it's not like going to hang on the floor. It was, whatever it is, 3 inches over and over and over again. So you could put it on the tree. And it was like, this is how tall I am. And I'll never be this tall.
What are you talking about? The string that measures how tall he is inside the ornament.
Is that the string that was on the ball? Are you sure?
Yes. It's a string inside the ornament. That is the mess that was stuffed in there.
No, there's other garbage in there, too.
Sure, maybe. But one of them is...
I think the string was sticking out.
It's a ribbon that they cut to length. You thought the ribbon that was tied to the ornament that puts it on the tree is the length of our son?
Yes, because it was so messy. It was so messy.
That's just a teacher tying 20 strings real quick.
Well, thank you for your service.
No, the idea is that the ribbon inside the ornament is the length of the...
Oh, that's even worse then. In terms of like pulling out heartstrings. I'm not mad about it. I would do the same.
You cried, didn't you?
I cry because I'm exhausted. I cry at everything now. Yeah. I swallow weird.
Yeah.
Eyes well up.
Well, we should see your doctor.
Nope, that's just like I swallow, not like a choking thing. I swallow and then I have a thought at the same time as and then I'm all of a sudden sad. And I'm tearing up.
I don't know what that is. I don't understand it.
It's therapy's too expensive in America. That's what that is.
Yeah, hear you. Heard. Well, I thought it was a cute gift.
It is cute. I'm just being a dad over here.
Yeah. We're both wearing gifts our kids gave us for Christmas. I'm wearing a sweater that I would normally never pick out.
It's very cute and fluffy.
It's very fluffy and it's very high on my neck and it's constrictive. And I've developed some weird sensory issues in the last 5 years of my life. So
chokes?
Just a heavy fabric.
Oh, in general.
But also like waistbands. And this is giving me, I don't usually wear turtlenecks. So that's kind of giving me the waistband vibe, but it's around my neck.
Okay.
It's something I'll have to deal with at some point. And you're wearing a jacket our kid picked out. Both these are from Target, and our kids picked them out, and
I like mine.
They did a great job. I like the way mine looks on me-ish.
I think it's cute.
Just not something I'd ever wear.
Yeah. I was just excited they were picking stuff.
Yeah, it's so cute.
When we went gift shopping for you, they were just so typical. I was like, all right, guys, we're here. We're at Target. There's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Let's take our time. Let's find something for mom. Let's get her this. Like first thing they see. Then we passed the we passed like the men's section before we got to the women's section because it was just like where the entrance was and stuff. And then they were like went to the graphic tee area. And they're like, let's get this. Mom loves this. And I was like, no, she doesn't.
Yeah, they did similar things. We went to the graphic tee area, which was cool because we got you a Hello Kitty shirt. But they were like, he loves Avengers, and I was like, really, not as much anymore.
Yeah, no.
Let's move on from that.
But it was
still does. But
it was a lot of that, and our oldest child saw those sweaters and went to it, and in full transparency, it was just like, oh my God, I love this sweater so much. And then I was like, how much do you love it? And she's like, I love it so much. And I was like, would you see if this is a size for you and mom? And she was like, eyes lit up. Lit up like a Christmas tree. And she's like, oh my God, yes, can we get 2 of these? And I was like, maybe. I don't know. And then I looked and I found a size for the 2 of you. And I was like, great. Son ripped a pair of sunglasses off the thing and was like,
these.
And I was like,
she protects her eyes. I've seen her do it.
This is close. Let's find at least something in the vein. So I gave him options and he picked what you had. And then he found your necklace.
I love the necklace. It's adorable.
I was really excited about that.
It has L and then cursive L, but it looks like a J.
So we'll never say it's
both of our kids' initials. So he thinks it's an L and a J. It's really 2 L's, but he doesn't know that.
So we'll never say it's a cursive L.
Sure. Yeah, I never thought I would be into matching with my kid, but boy, am I. As long as she's willing, my baby she'll be.
Do you know something? Same. I never thought I would be into matching. Yeah. And then the more, and I'm not proud of this, the more our son has shown interest in like just bright colors, just being a child.
Yeah.
He's just always loved pinks and stuff, which has been so nice for like doing hand-me-downs from his sister and stuff. She's like, would you wear this? He's like, yes. But then we've also like got him original stuff with like a pink dinosaur shirt because he loves dinosaurs, things like that, and purples and stuff like that. I just don't have that stuff. Not that I wouldn't wear it. Again, our daughter got me a Hello Kitty t-shirt and it's all bright pink and all that stuff. And I love it.
It's great.
Cool. But I don't have that stuff. Again, not that I wouldn't.
I think we've made a concerted effort over the years since we had our first child to give you more pink and purple and different colors in your wardrobe. From a point of view of being like, we don't want either of our kids to get into that like colors are for gender thing because it's so weird.
It's weird.
People are like, boys can't wear pink. It's like this strange, I'll never understand it.
Yeah.
We'll literally never understand how people are like offended or scared of boys wearing certain colors or girls wearing certain colors. I will never understand kids' clothing at all being different. Honestly, like the girls' shorts being shorter and boys' shorts being longer. Frankly, put them all in the short shorts. Not to be a creep, but I want to see their legs. It sounds creepy.
We'll cut all this.
But it's like the European cut for boys.
European cut's also in, and so it's also kind of, I don't know.
And for we don't need crop tops for girls. We don't need them in bikinis. We don't, we don't need different like puff sleeves. Just give them all gender fluid clothing.
Yeah.
Until they're old enough to be like, I no longer want to wear this, and that's totally fine.
I just think for the sake of kids, and this is like exactly what you're saying. It's not even going into the deeper conversation about trans kids or anything like that. It's just kids, and why can't they just like what they like? It is weird. Like you could even take the kids section of the store, the boys and the girls, and just have it say kids, and almost leave it the way it is.
Yeah, and let people go into whatever section.
Let people wander and like have the hard dinosaurs and construction on the right, and then the unicorns and rainbows on the left, and then. But it's like you just wander and you just pick your clothes and you have it for kids. Because the problem is, and our son has done this, and no lack of effort from us. He's just been like, oh, that's a girl's shirt. And but then he still wears.
Christmas, we got him a girl's Christmas T-shirt because it was just a red shirt with a what are those things? Sequin Christmas tree, but it's like one of those reversible where you swipe your hand up and it changes color.
Yes.
You swipe your hand down and it changes color. Like,
but you got that in the girl section.
Yeah, you got that in the girl section. You picked it out with him.
Didn't know it was in the girl section. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations to me. Good job, Kev.
But he saw it. It was on the aisle, and he was like, I want that. And I'm sure he, for a second, was like, it was in the girls' section. Who cares? I'm sure the sleeves were cut slightly shorter. There's going to be slight ways in which it's a girl's shirt. Stupid.
It's stupid.
All stupid.
It's stupid.
Anyway, not
and it's also
a total rant.
Well, it's not a rant. It's just like, it's also just like, of all the things we have to navigate as parents, this isn't like one of them.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be one of them. Like, we have to navigate so many issues and struggles. Like, it's like, I feel bad when I don't wear more pink and purple, and I don't really paint my nails because nobody in this house, besides you, paints their nails. Our daughter doesn't paint her nails.
Right.
So, like, I don't get the offer to paint nails, but I also...
And I don't even paint my nails a lot. I got into it for a little bit, but usually my nails are a cluster.
And I don't want to be a fraud who's just painting his nails. I know it's not fraud because, like, somebody would argue, like, it's helpful to your kids. But, like, I don't want to, like, paint my nails. And then my son one day was like, hey, you were painting your nails for like 2 years straight?
Right.
What was that about?
Yeah.
And I want to lie to him and be like, wow, so you'd feel comfortable painting your nails, which never happened. Now it feels uncomfortable.
Yeah. If they ever were like, why don't you paint your nails? I wish my boys did. You'd probably paint your nails every day for a while. But
Yeah. To show that, like, I would do it then as a show of I'm not afraid to go out in public with my nails painted.
Right.
And if you ever have that thought, go for it. So I do feel like bad about those moments. So I feel the same about my clothes, but it's the same thing as painting my nails. It's just like, I don't know. I barely
lean towards those colors.
I barely care what I'm wearing.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all silly and it doesn't really matter, but it is annoying sometimes every once in a while when you're just like, I mean, our daughter's clothes are more fun than his. They just are. When it's like, what are you going to wear for Christmas? It's like this bright and shiny sequin dress or this, like, I don't know, cute fluffy thing. And Jillian, what do you want to wear? This button up? Look like you're going into a sales conference or...
It is tough. There aren't a ton of options. I remember when our friend Katie got married.
Yeah,
Katie
we found
and Josh.
the best outfit.
The best suit. It was like a purple-ish.
Purple pink plaid.
Purple pink
vest
plaid.
And dress pant combo.
And then he had sequin jackets, which he still wears, and it was matching with his sister. And that was the best.
Also pink and purple, and then we had him wear like shiny boots. He
looked incredible.
Fun and still wearing like, you know.
But like, you're right. You think about that all the time, and it's like, you look at boys' clothes now, it's like, yeah, you can get fun clothes. You might have to go to a different shop or whatever. But like, yeah, you can get whatever you want. But yeah, like boys' clothes is like, for the most part, not fun.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Let's
change it. And that's why we're announcing Overcommitted clothing line.
Overcommitted. I wish. That'd be cool. I love any clothing line that does like accommodate just like fun clothes for everyone.
Does anybody do like, is Hannah Anderson? No. Who does like clothes? All of their stuff is for kids and adults. Does anybody do that?
What do you mean? What?
Like, imagine like it would probably be a website would be better as a business model because it wouldn't work as a brick and mortar. But like a business where it's like everything we sell from kids to adults.
Oh, no, I don't think so. And my buddy Jeffrey has opined that, is that the word? For a long time. He's been very much like, why can't I wear what a little boy wears? I would very much like a coverall suit.
When he said that was a light bulb for me.
It
Because like, as unfun as our son's clothes are, it's like, yeah, that is a
great point.
It's a dragon driving a fire truck. Yeah. Like, I would wear that t-shirt.
Yeah. And especially when we get into this age where it's like, it is fun to match with your kid. It would be so cool.
Well, that's what I was more referring to.
Cool thing, yeah.
Like,
no, I mean, I think a lot of websites do like, you know, family branded clothing, but it'll be very basic. And it'll basically be like everyone can wear the same like color tartan, like plaid.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a dress for mom and the daughter and a blue plaid shirt for the boys. And
I don't know. To all of our investors who listen, give us a call. We're ready. We're ready to move on this idea.
Keep in mind, neither one of us have had fashion sense.
No, I don't know.
We
pretty much
iota our entire life.
Pretty much said the whole idea on the podcast as far as we'd offer.
Maybe somebody with style should just take it and run with it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Just call it Overcommitted. You don't even have to pay us. Just be nice. I'll buy something.
We'll advertise it for sure. Anyway, how are your New Year's resolutions coming along? It's day one, and we're having a cocktail on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, my resolution wasn't to not drink. This is probably a lot of firsts this year.
Sure.
Or I'm just being dramatic. Well, I don't know.
Love it.
This is probably like the first year where I'm just like, oh, I think I understand why people make resolutions. Like, not that I didn't understand before, but I feel like in my 20s, partied hard, January 1st came, and I was like, yeah, I'll be calm it down, the holidays are over. But I wasn't like, I need a resolution, and I need to stick to it, and I need to... And we haven't been party hard. We don't party hard. We're parents now. But, like, I just feel like, we haven't been to the gym in a month, and it's just, like, life is... And I feel like I'm falling behind in everything.
Yeah. We might not have been, like, partying hard, but we were still, having drinks on the regular... I've been eating a cookie every time I pass one for the last several weeks. And I'm not even a cookie person, but...
I'm not either. I had 4 yesterday.
They're everywhere.
It's very upsetting.
We got to start making savory gifts a thing for the holidays.
Which we did.
We do, but I just feel like everybody gives cookies. And
oh, sure.
And you're in cookie heaven/hell for several
Do you
weeks.
want to do a resolution?
Yeah, I have resolutions.
What's your resolution?
Well, I mean, it's it's boring stuff to talk about on the podcast, I guess. But like social media based, to like post every day, make more stories in the content. I'm about to be out of work in 3 weeks, so I got to try and make my page a little more bolstered because it's not paying any bills. I don't know that it ever will, but either way, I'd like to try and put more effort towards it.
That's better than
and I'd like to create more fun stuff.
Yeah, it is fun. Social media is fun for that aspect of it. Like, I get you
really
and
push myself.
You and I both get in the weeds about the financial thing about it, especially because for me specifically, it's been like, oh, okay, this could be my job if I really buckle down and focus.
Yeah, but it is also just beyond money. Like, I like. When I started my account, there's no question that I had sort of like fallen into mom zone.
Sure.
And working mom
with
zone,
your content.
No, before I create content.
Before you were creating content, you were in a mom zone.
Yeah.
Got it.
I would say after I had my kids, I was sort of the breadwinner, earning for our family, working a job that I in some ways enjoy.
Sure.
And in some ways really don't.
Sure.
And you were working at night, which worked out great, and stay-at-home dadding, which worked out great, all necessary things. But you were still able to, like, create and audition and do fun stuff and be funny.
Did the groundlings.
And we had all these years behind us of being, like, funny together.
When we did Committed and
when
other
we did
things.
Our Committed show and when we did sketch comedy before, when we took improv before. And I just started to, like, really lose sight of who that person was and be like, I guess I'm not funny anymore. I'm just a mom. I would meet up with friends and I would feel very, like, I don't even know who I am right now. So then when you started Dumb Dads, like, I wish at the exact same time I'd been like, you know what, I'll just start a mom account too.
Yeah.
But there was some fear of looking like I was copying you or feeling like I was copying you, which is all stupid.
Diaper on the head.
We always call it diaper on the head from my niece when she was little, put a diaper on her head and everybody laughed. And then her older sister came out with a diaper on her head and we were like, oh, that's funny, but we get what you're doing.
Yeah.
Diaper on the head is always what we say about like that feeling of copying just for validation. And so anyway, it took me a couple years to try and like really put myself out there and make my own account. And once I did, it became really gratifying and made me feel back like, okay, I am funny and I can write. And the writing is the biggest thing for me. The like putting myself on film takes a little bit of a take a deep breath and suck it down and just do it. But I love the process of writing a joke and thinking it's funny. And anyway, so I want to get to a place where I'm really enjoying that, not just making money, but obviously it'd be great if it paid some bills, you know what I mean?
I definitely want to expand out of it because I've done expand what we're doing, what Dumb Dads are doing, because I feel like obviously Overcommitted is new, but Dumb Dads is a great example. We've been doing Dumb Dads for 4 years and we're going on tour and we've been doing tours and that is good, but that's clearly not good. That is fulfilling a writing.
Yeah.
Because there is something about writing short form comedy that is gratifying, especially when you come up with a good joke. It's the best feeling. Or something very relatable, even if it's not like your favorite joke. If you write something and then people respond and just go nuts over that one thing, that's the best feeling in the world.
Especially when you put it out there, and you're like, I don't even know if anyone's going to get this.
That was
the
first.
Get it? You're like, oh, what?
I wish it was. It's almost like I should go back to watch my first viral videos.
Yeah.
Not like my first virals, but like the second wave of viral videos or whatever, because somewhere in there was a joke I remember writing. But I don't remember what it was. But all I remember was when I wrote it, I went, this is just for me.
Yeah.
I'm going through this, but it's my detail because I need to tell this
Right.
story. So whatever. And that detail got blown up, and everybody, and that was like the first time, and I've told this a million times on podcasts, that particular thing, but it is my thing of like, that was the moment I'm chasing that feeling.
Yeah.
So having said that, I guess if I were to say I have a resolution this year, it would be to branch out more and go to what's the next stage of writing, whether that's like a book or just doing a long form in some capacity. Obviously, we would love a TV show that we could all work on.
I mean, that would be the dream.
But even if ends up being like a YouTube show or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ready to explore, because if we're going to stick with just Dumb Dads, because that's the one I've been doing currently the longest, been doing that for 4 years, and it's great, and it's still as fun as it was day one, but it's also like, oh, what else can we do? It's kind of raising that eyebrow, and I'm like, I feel like this is the year to do it.
Yeah, I love that. And that's only on the career path. I would also like to, really get fit. We've been trying to get that way for a long time. I have not been training at all for this marathon I'm planning on running in 2.5 months, so I need to get started on that.
Well, we're
not that I didn't
good.
start. I ran 13 miles like 3 weeks ago, but I haven't run through the holidays, which is like, ugh.
I am excited because I think we can both hold each other accountable, which I think is the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
You and I have always done best with health stuff when we do it together. So that's a little tip to any couples listening.
Cannot do it if your partner's not on board.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. But you gotta be a strong soldier, and I'm not a strong soldier.
Well, there's just a difference between like supporting you and then like doing it with you.
Yeah.
You have is it a full marathon in 2.5 months?
2.5 months is the full marathon.
Full marathon.
Middle of March.
And I am going on tour again in February, mid-February.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to be feeling good and in shape for that.
Sure.
So we have that.
Yeah, we got some stuff to look forward to.
Let's check out the podcast, a month after your marathon and see what's going on with these two slouches. They did everything they were supposed to do.
And then the podcast, I wanted to really get a bigger, wider audience. I want to figure out exactly what it is that if we want a strong format, if we don't want a strong format.
Yeah.
I'd love for us to
we have a loose format and you're on the fence about it.
I am on the fence about it because I've definitely listened to some podcasts where couples just chat and they're popular. I don't necessarily get it. I think I like podcasts a little more format, but I also listen to a lot of very formatted podcasts like true crime or docuseries. Should we ask the people what they want? Should we ask the listeners? Yeah. Do you guys want? Yeah. Is there a format or something you'd like us to do? Not necessarily change the whole podcast. We'd keep most of this the same, but is there a section we would get to? Yeah. We're still doing a suggestion for sure. Yeah. I don't know. Write in if there's something I'd love to hear you guys talk about certain topics. And then we can have somebody write in every week, or maybe we just do it once a month of a topic, and we can kind of just tell you our experience about that. I don't know. I'm just firing off ideas. Spitballing. But yeah, I mean, right now we have a couple formats. We have stuff like Struggle Bus. What are you recommitting to? Which we kind of just did with the that's our resolutions. That's our resolutions. Are you on the Struggle Bus with anything? Well, yeah, I have to get back to running. That's the big one. Finding the time to run is really hard. I've been struggling a lot. Well, it's been so hard because it's been so nice to have 12 days off work, but I sort of set up our kids for being mommy has 12 days off work. But we're not always really off. I've still created some shorts and not even as much as I wanted to. Yeah. Yeah. But I've put out a little bit of content here and there. I think I edited a few podcasts after I ended working. And then we've gone to the gym the last couple of days. Just minor moments of separation that I should not feel guilty for. They're so normal. But they kind of make it harder to get today you went to the gym, then I went to the gym. Mm-hmm. That means we didn't really get our day started till 11 because the gym opened at 8. Yeah. By the time we got done separately, because our gym doesn't have a kids watching thing until nighttime. Yeah. So we were each home with the kids while the other worked out. By the time we got home and showered, it's 11:30 before we're do you guys want to go do something? And they feel a little abandoned. We definitely let them have more screen time than we should have. Mm-hmm. And I feel a little guilty that I'm I promised you, unbroken mom eye contact. And that's not realistic. I have to take time for myself. It's not realistic, and it's also unfair to you. Yeah. So I
I am in a way always working, not really, but like certainly during the day, I have to be available for like my manager or whoever.
Last minute auditions. If a brand emails us, it's like, oh, you gotta be, but also just making content. Yeah.
Which is what happened today. And it was this moment of just like, man, I can't win. Because we took the kids to Chuck E. Cheese after we did all what we needed to do. And I was putting the closed captions on my video while we were at Chuck E. Cheese. We're at Chuck E. Cheese. Where a kid can be a kid, I just came up with that. Man, that's cool. That's cool saying.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks.
Try to brand that.
And I went in a booth, because this is during the day on a, what's today, Wednesday? Slow. And I was
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. I don't know. I know it's New Year's Day. I don't know.
No, I know. I just mean like that's part of why it's so slow.
Yeah. And I slide into a booth while the kids are distracted doing something. I'm typing away. I'm also like, I'm weird about my captions. I don't want to get in the weeds about it, but like, I just really like them to be accurate with like commas. And actually, the text block should stop here and then start at the next thing. Like, I'm weird about that. I don't like starting a first. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
So when I'm doing that, our daughter comes and slides in the booth and she's like, hey, Dad, you're going to play this game with me? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm just finishing this up. I was like, so can you go play? And then she goes, and then you'll pay attention to me? I was like,
yeah.
No. What? Like,
I've been catching a few of those strays the last week or two. Because the other day I was at work, and they were like, you said you weren't working. I was like, I know, but I just had to do a little bit of work for work.
This is like the unfair part of being a parent, because maybe I did this to my parents, and if I did, I apologize. But like, my mom and dad for a long time were like on opposite shifts.
Yeah.
Like my mom was working night shifts and my dad was working days. I don't have a recollection of that.
Yeah.
I only know that from my parents telling me that. And that is what it is. They had to do what they had to do to work. And I was like, oh, cool. My mom's here. I'm going to play with her. And it's like, that's the sucks about working from home.
Yeah.
Is that they're just like, wait, like, are you working? Because you're on your phone.
I know.
It looks like you're just playing whatever word search or Scrabble, and I'm like, no, I'm legitimately working. And then you get the guilt and you're like, well, that's not fair.
And it feels so silly too, because it's like let's not get it twisted. Like, we're very aware of like the privilege that like we're doing all this extra work to try and make like a better life for them.
Yes.
But also it's like the cushiest version of having multiple jobs. You know what I mean? Like, there are people going from their one job to their second job trying to get money for their kids.
Correct.
We're like, sorry, man, I go spend a couple extra hours in the office filming a video or like doing captions at Chuck E. Cheese. It's like the cushiest version of hustling.
But you still catch
But you still catch the strays.
You're
I feel
not doing
so
enough
guilty.
to hang out. Do you even care about me?
I know.
And you're just like, okay, I guess we're doing
but,
that.
But they like us. I think that's probably the takeaway, is like,
of course,
better them be like, can I play with you, than be like, Dad's busy again. I won't even ask, or I don't care to ask.
Well, I guess I like to say that, especially for whoever's listening, because if you do feel like you're working in an office or wherever you work out of the house,
yeah,
and you feel like you're not doing enough for your kids, I promise you are, and they're enjoying the time with you, because it doesn't matter how much you're with them.
Just know that it's universal, yeah.
It's just never enough, and that's a nice thing.
It's good. Yeah, you want to be never enough.
Not all of it needs to be a melodramatic TikTok. It's just like sometimes it's just like kids say mean stuff, because like kids are, and I say this in the nice way, kids are selfish.
Right.
And they want more of everything. That's why they eat too much candy and they watch too much TV if they're not regulated. And the same thing with hanging out with their parents. Like, well, hang out with me as long as you can. So
that's what I was trying to tell myself too, is like the fact that they've been getting up, having like yummy breakfast, and then watching 3 hours of screen time in the morning on break is like, that's the best.
I made the pancakes like 2 days in a row. I guess 3 days. I did leftovers today. But yeah, they had pancakes like 3 days in a row. Yeah. I was like, you got this.
They got a little too much screen time, but that's okay. Every once in a while, here.
Get out of here.
Who cares? They're going to be fine. They're smart. They're going to grow up fine.
Or they won't, and it's whatever.
We'll hear about it then.
Then we'll listen to their podcast and be like, I was trying so hard, listening in the car, yelling.
Oh my God.
My struggle bus.
Yes. Sorry.
My struggle bus is age.
Oh.
I know.
You said today you were like looked in the mirror and you're like, I look so old. That made me sad. Because I don't think you look old.
Yeah, I'm probably, I think 40 is hitting me. And I know I've talked about this on the podcast when I turned 40, or my post-birthday podcast. But I don't know, just like little things. I don't think I ever noticed, even at 39, I don't think I noticed how often people say, for everyone under 40, and the amount you get like discounted.
Yeah, it's true.
After 40. And it's just been a gut punch to me. And
Aww.
I don't know. It's been a bit of a struggle bus. I don't know what to do to solve it.
You can't. You gotta keep aging.
I am going to keep aging, but I guess like to make peace with it. And I don't know. It's not that I don't have peace with it either. That even feels like the wrong word. But I don't know. I don't know. Getting older is bothering me.
40 is the new 30. Does that help?
No, because we're going to keep saying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 50 is the new 40.
I don't know. There's really nothing else to that. That's my struggle bus.
You know what that's called?
I know, midlife crisis. I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm not going to get a Corvette. Don't worry.
Thank you. Or a motorcycle. We've talked about that previously.
Or a motorcycle. We talked about that.
Instead, we got scooters for Christmas.
We got scooters for Christmas, which just feels like that seems like a midlife crisis. That guy's going to break his knees. He's going to blow out his knee.
Yeah. Well, you're my young pup.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just weird. I'm in a weird struggle bus.
Okay.
It's not like even a clear struggle bus. It's
Sure.
not like I'm like terrified of aging.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I love seeing like my parents doing stuff, like going on they go hiking a lot where they live and taking trips, or just anybody, not just my parents, getting older and doing fun things. I'm like, man, that'll be fun. I'll be looking forward to that. Like doing those fun things. Like I'd look forward to those things.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like living in the future, but it's like, when the kids move out and it's just you and me again, and like cute little adventures we're going to go on in our late 50s. I'm excited for that.
Sure.
But I don't know. Right now, in a weird funk about 40.
I feel you.
And should probably really commit to the gym for that reason.
Yeah.
If no others.
To make you feel like you're living your best life. I mean, I think that's the thing, is like we just got to make this decade our decade.
Yeah.
And, the easiest fix is just turning 41, because then it's like 40. Barely remember.
I think that's just what I got to get to. I just got to get to 41. That's what 2025 is, guys. Just get to 41.
Get to 41. Survive to 25. We did it.
Survive 25 and get to 41.
Well, Happy New Year, babe.
Happy New Year.
I love you.
Love you.
You're my young gun.
You said it like an old person.
I know. I couldn't think of a young my young piece of pie. Yeah.
Your mouth looks dry. You want to wear this?
Anyway, we hope you had a great New Year.
Hope you had a great New Year, guys.
Let us know what you're working on. Follow us at OvercommittedPod on all the socials.
Mm-hmm.
Email us at overcommittedpod@gmail.com.
Let's get a couple. Let's get some
reviews.
How many reviews do we have?
35-star reviews, but they're not all reviews. They're like just they hit the stars, which is great, and we appreciate.
Let's make a goal. A 2025 goal. This is a year-long goal.
300 reviews.
Okay, I love it. Our resolution for the podcast is to have 300 reviews.
Yeah.
By December 31st, 2025.
Okay.
That's our goal. Email us, write reviews if you haven't already. Please help us get to 300, because that is
lofty.
That's lofty. We're going to go for it.
Follow me at Annie LaFerrier.
And follow me at KevLaugh or at The Dumb Dads.
And thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me. Happy New Year.
Happy
Bye.
New Year.